to see a little World Series rematch. Astros Braves Atlanta 10-1 in the last 11 games. Then we have a look at Dansby Swanson, who hit 2 home runs off of Astros Christian Javier in the World Series last year.
In the dog days of August, there's a new level of heat in the postseason chase. In Atlanta, the Braves host the AL West leading Astros in a World Series rematch.
The Braves are world champions!
With both clubs in strong position for yet another October run. While in the city of brotherly love, it's an NL East showdown as the surging Phillies welcome one of baseball's best, the New York Mets. And out west, Julio Rodriguez and the Mariners will look to take another step towards their long-awaited return to the postseason as they take on the A's in Oakland. It's baseball night in America, and it starts now.
And some of you will see the Mets-Phillies playing the second game of their doubleheader on Fox. Earlier, the final score was 8-2. Lindor has really turned it on since the start of July. And also today, the Mariners battle the A's. Julio Rodriguez is a top candidate for that AL Rookie of the Year award. What will J-Rod do today? Well, hello and welcome inside our Fox Sports studios for Baseball Night in America. I'm Jenny Taft alongside the Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. We have some exciting games coming your way on Fox, but first, some highlights from a busy one already. Frank, let's take a look here. Blue Jays at Yankees. Garrett Cole on the hill for the Yanks. Mets win Game 1, 8-2. So that other New York team playing pretty well. Most of you tonight will see the Astros taking on the Braves, and this series marks a rematch of the 2021 World Series when the Braves captured their first World Series title since 1995, defeating the Astros 4-2. Well, Houston got off to a slow start this season, struggling to an 11-11 record through May 1st, but since then the Astros boast the best record in the American League. And the Braves trailed the Mets in the NL East by 10.5 games on June 1st, but got back to within a half a game in late July. They appear to be headed back to the postseason with at least a wild card spot. And Braves' Austin Riley caught up earlier with our Ken Rosenthal.
Austin, since you guys lost 3 or 4 in New York, you've won 10 of 11. Was that series in Citi Field a wake-up call?
Feels like a special baseball night in America. From Atlanta, we have a World Series rematch from 2021 as the Houston Astros take on the reigning World Series champion Atlanta Braves in Game 2 of a 3-game series. Well, if you're looking for 2 quality teams, you've got them tonight in Atlanta. 2 of the 4 best records in all of Major League Baseball. The Braves sitting in second in the National League East behind the Mets, while the Astros have a commanding lead in the American League West. Inside the broadcast booth, Adam Amin with the Hall of Famer John Smoltz. Ken Rosenthal is with us tonight as well. And naturally, when you have a matchup of 2 teams that were all the way to the World Series last year, that means there are superstars, and that's certainly the case here tonight. We start with the Atlanta Braves infield.
Hard to believe that I can make the statement that both teams are probably better than last year, and that's the case with the Atlanta Braves. They're deep, and their offense plays. They had a lot of injuries last year to the Braves, but these guys have stepped up big time. Swanson has lived up to that #1 overall pick, and you think about the infield, you can't help but think about an MVP candidate in Mr. Riley. And then, of course, Olsen replaces Freeman. And really, this infield has carried the Atlanta Braves. It's been a magical run that they're on. And again, I think they're better than they were last year. And last year, they won a championship.
Well, 6 RBIs and a 6-2 win last night belong to those 3 for the Atlanta Braves. On the other side for the Astros, Yordan Alvarez has probably made the biggest headline over the course of the year, but he is out tonight. We'll have more on that as the night wears on. There's still a lot of depth to this Houston lineup.
There is. There's a lot of moxie, too. I mean, they have a lot to prove, and they're proving it that they're a great team. And really starts with the third baseman. baseman because he wants to be the best third baseman in all of baseball, and he's proven that he can do that when healthy, leading a lot of categories since July. And here's the guy that everybody is going to get to know. Power, speed combination. Mr. Tucker is one of those players that we'll be talking about for a long time. And oh, by the way, we haven't mentioned Mr. Altuve, who plays a second base. So these teams are ready to make another great run.
We'll get a chance to see Altuve lead things off for the Astros on the other side against Spencer Strider. 4-2, the Atlanta Braves took down the Houston Astros in the World Series last season. They meet once again this weekend in Atlanta. Baseball Night in America comes your way next on Fox.
Game 1 of the 2021 World Series. That ball is gone! And that's how you start a World Series. Double trouble! Back-to-back, Dansby and Jorge. That is out of the ballpark! Whoa! Is this happening? It is! The Atlanta Braves are world champions!
Red Sox took down the Dodgers in the 2018 World Series, and then they met in a series in 2019. First time that this is the case, that the reigning pennant winners get to square off in a series. 6-2 Atlanta last night. And tonight we'll be meeting number 734, going back to when these two teams were in the National League together. Here's the Astros order: 7th in the major leagues in runs, 3rd in home runs. Jose Altuve, a big reason why they provide so much power up top. Gurriel 2nd. Kyle Tucker takes the spot of Yordan Alvarez in the 3-hole. Bregman, Mancini, Vasquez. Mancini and Vasquez, 2 new additions since the trade deadline. Pena, McCormick, and Myers will round out the lineup tonight. And the Astros will strive to hit the slider of one Spencer Strider. I worked all day for you for that, Johnny. And let's talk about this 23-year-old from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah, the stash, right? This guy's going to come after you. There's some great matchups for tonight's game because it's power versus power. Some good fastball hitting. Houston Astros against Mr. Strider, who's going to have his fastball slider combination, occasional changeup. Very unique style of how he goes about it, but he's going to come after you with flame and hope to change the plane with that slider. And the Astros, it's all about, can you get to the fastball off of this guy? Can you pick it up, or does he beat you to the barrel of the bat with 98 to 99 miles an hour?
Part of his arsenal, brought to you by StatCast, powered by Google Cloud. Hot and humid night on a Saturday in Atlanta for Game 2 of this set. Strider to Altuve to get us underway, and a 99-mile-an-hour fastball just misses outside.